Hi everyone, this is the chapter Financial Statement Analysis. Financial Statement Analysis. What financial statement when we talk about? Your financial statement includes income statement and a balance sheet. Income statement will give you profit or loss, and the balance sheet will show the financial position of the business, that is assets and liabilities. Now, these are generated by the business organization, by the companies, and these are analyzed by the different stakeholders of the business. First of all, it is internally analyzed. The management are very keen to analyze the performance of the business and to take financial decisions or business decisions. They employ financial tools to analyze the financial statement, right? And these are the different tools we have: comparative statement, common size statement, ratio analysis, and cash flow statement. These are the four different analysis tools. Now here I'll be taking up comparative statement. After the comparative statement, I will take out the income, I will take up the common size statement, and thereafter the others will follow. Now, what is comparative statement? It is a comparative study of each items of income statement or balance sheet of 2 or more years. Comparative study. That means here we do the comparison. Comparison of what? The figures mentioned or shown in the income statement or the balance sheet in order to arrive at some decision taking points, right? We compare. Now when we compare, what do? We take two figures and then compare. We cannot compare with one figure. We need two figures to compare. So that's the reason why it's mentioned 2 or more years, right? So if you want to compare the elements of the balance sheet, then you have to take the data for 2 years. Balance sheet of 2 years should be given. If you want to compare the data from the income statement, then you have to take the data for 2 years or more in order to do the comparison. Now when we do the comparison, we find what? We find the increase or decrease. If we do the comparison, we try to find the change, and that change can be the negative change or positive change. Okay. Let me give you one example here. For example, I'm taking an example here. I'm showing you how to prepare comparative income statement, taking some items from the income statement. Say I take item, say revenue from operation. 2018, I take the current year. This is my current year. Supposing the value here is say 80,000. Okay. And in 2017 the value was say 50,000. Okay. So there is another item here, other income is here. In 2018 it is 5,000, and in 2017 supposing it is 10,000. These things will be given in the question, and taking these items you have to prepare comparative income statement. Now one column will be shown here, in another column you will have the amount of the figure for 2018, third column is for this one. Then you require 2 more columns here to show the change. Comparative means we do comparison, and when we do comparison, what we find, we arrive at a change, and the change can be your positive change or can be the negative change. So here we will have the absolute change or absolute value, we say here. Okay, absolute value, that means change in figure. Look at this amount here, 2018 and 2017. When you compare with 2017, you find a value changed in 2018. And what is the change? 80,000 minus 50,000. So this is a positive change, right? It has increased. The value in 2018 has increased. So it's a positive change. So here you have 30,000. Then after finding the absolute value or absolute change, we will find out the percentage change. Percentage change. Now how do you find percentage change? Let's see. Percentage change is absolute value divided by previous year value into 100%. Absolute value. Now what is the absolute value in this case? 30,000 divided by the previous year. What is the previous year value here? It is 50,000 into 100. So how much do you get? 0, 0, 0, 0 cancelled. 1, 2, 1, 2. So 5, 6, 60. So here you get 60. So we don't write 60 percentage. Okay, we'll write 60 point, at least minimum 2 decimal points. Okay, so 60.00. That's a 60%. Take another one, other income. Here also in the same way. 5,000 current interest value and 2017 is 10,000 value. Now when you got to compare the current interest value with the previous one. So what do you find here? You find that the value, the amount in 2018 has decreased, right? Isn't it? It has come down by how much? 5,000. So it's a negative change or positive change? It's a negative change. So how much? Minus 5,000, right? But here is we will not write minus. So we will not have this minus here. We got to show the negative change, but we put what? The bracket. That will signify the negative change. Okay. Now after finding out the change in absolute term, you have to find the change in percentage term. So again here, absolute figure, that is 5,000 by previous year is 10,000 into 100. 1, 2 zeros, 1, 2 zeros, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you have how much? 50%. So here it is 50.00. And since this is negative, so percentage change is also negative, right? So this is how we do, right? Now this is the absolute value. How do you find absolute value? See now, absolute value will be calculated this way: current year minus previous year. That means current year value minus previous year value will give you the absolute value or absolute figure. Okay. Now these are the example taken from the income statement. Now supposing the balance sheet is given to you. Now how do you take it? So let's have some items from the balance sheet here. I'll just change the items. Okay. Other things will remain the same. Only this portion will be changed, and this balance sheet or income statement has to be presented as per the format given in the Companies Act. Okay, you have to arrange the items and then write. So here, supposing here given to you is the share capital, and the values remains the same. For the example, same amounts were given, 80,000 and 50,000. Then what you have to do? Again, you have to work it out this one, absolute value and percentage change. Okay, or absolute change. How do you find again? In the same way, same method. 80,000 minus 50,000 will give you 30,000. And in terms of percentage, as we have worked it out, this is 60, isn't it? So you have 60%. Then second item say what is here is a reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus. These are the items of balance sheet. 5,000 and 10,000. There is a decrease. So we show the decrease there, and we calculated this one. We got it 50. So 50%. So whether it is income statement or balance sheet, the method of finding out absolute figure and percentage change is the same. Fine. I hope you all understood.